back to my channel. I know it's been a minute. I think it's been about, I'm in the car, clearly. I know it's been about, what, 2-3 months since my last video. And I clearly have my daughter, as some of you know, that follow me on Instagram. My Instagram will be down in the description box, and it will be right here somewhere, hopefully. But yes, my daughter is 1 month old, about to be 2 months on the 17th of July. And I'm basically gonna tell you guys my labor and delivery story. I did a video like this with Kalani, so this should be fun. I am recording on my phone just because my camera broke. I was gonna do a last video for you guys, but my camera broke. So on my phone, I sent my camera in to the Canon factory place to get it fixed. I don't know how long it's gonna take. They have to contact me once they get the camera, and we have to work from there. So until then, I'm gonna be doing my videos on my phone like back in the day. So okay, so clearly I was over my pregnancy. Like the last 2 weeks of my pregnancy, I was over it. Like I was ready to, no, I'm lying. I was ready to give birth at 36 weeks. I really was, because I was just done. It wasn't the same as my last pregnancy. And it seems like the last couple of weeks before you give birth, you're like over it, just because it's so hot and you're miserable. You can't do things, you can't pick anything up. So I was over it. So I went to the hospital a couple of times just because I wanted to see if I was dilated, and I was having severe pelvic pain. So I went to the hospital the first time. They told me it was just pelvic pain. It was normal, I guess. I've never felt it with the first pregnancy. So I went to go see about that, and she checked me, and I was 1 centimeter dilated. So I was happy. I'm like, oh, I'm about to give birth in the next couple of days, just because I'm 1 centimeter dilated, and I'm going to get to at least 3 or 4 by like tomorrow. I have a rash, but that wasn't the case. I went in when I want to say 35 weeks. I went to the hospital. I was 1 centimeter dilated. I went back to the hospital when I was overdue. I was due on the 14th. I didn't give birth till the 17th. So I went to the hospital May 16th, and I was 40 weeks pregnant in 2 days. Or 3 days. One of those. I know I was overdue. But I went to the hospital in the morning. She checked me. I was 1.5 centimeters dilated. I went in the first time at 35 weeks, and I was 1 centimeter. I went in at 40 weeks, and I was 1.5. So I only dilated half a centimeter. So I was frustrated. I was over this whole pregnancy because I want to give birth. I wanted to meet her, and I just want to not be pregnant anymore. So after that hospital visit, I went to CVS. I got some dates and some castor oil. Now, mind you, I've been wanting to get castor oil since I was 36 weeks pregnant, because I heard that makes you dilate quicker and go into labor. My mucus plug bin came out, so that was before I was 36 weeks, so it came out before I was 36 weeks. So back to the castor oil. Disgusting. I went to CVS to go get the castor oil and the dates. I've never had dates in my life, and I never will again. Just thinking about it right now is making me sick. Hold on. Okay, so we went to CVS, came home. I ate about 3 dates. I drank, I don't even know how much castor oil I drank. I just drank it in orange juice, and it was disgusting. It was really disgusting. Like, I would never drink that again. Never. So I want to say about 2 o'clock, I started feeling sick. So I went up to my room. Good thing I did go up to my room, because as soon as I went up there, I laid down, and 5 seconds later, I ran to the bathroom and I threw up. When I say I threw up, it was like it hit the wall. That's how it exploded out of my mouth. I think I should wrong. So like I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I threw up. It exploded out of my mouth to where it almost hit the wall. So I just thought that was like nasty, because I know the castor oil was nasty. So I'm like, okay, it's not gonna work anymore, because I threw it all up. And I threw up more than once. I think I threw up 3 times. And I'm like, it's not gonna work anymore because I threw all of it up. So I was like upset at myself, but I did not feel good. So I laid back down. I want to say like 30 minutes later, I was having like really, really bad cramps. Like, I've had these cramps already before because I've had pelvic pain with this pregnancy, but these was like manageable. I want to say they were manageable, but they hurt it. So that went on from 3 o'clock to, I want to say 7, 8. They got really, really intense. And I want to say they were like 7 minutes apart, honestly. But I didn't really think anything of it because of the pelvic pain I had before. I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm in labor or not, but if I am, I need to eat before I go. So I was contemplating on if I wanted to go to the hospital or not, because I didn't want to go to the hospital and they were like, oh, it's a false alarm, you're not in labor, because I've been to the hospital twice already, so why waste my time, be away from Kalani, and not be in labor? So I was just like, I don't know. So I ordered food around 10 o'clock, but when I say I was in so much pain, I was bawling my eyes out. When I say I was crying, I was crying. Nothing was helping. Like, they told me to take Tylenol. Nothing was helping. So I was in labor. So I said, I'm not going to the hospital until I get food, because I am hungry. And you know, when you go into labor, they don't let you eat or drink. And I was hungry. So I had to wait for my food to be delivered before I went to the hospital. So as soon as the man dropped it off, I was like, nope, I'm done. I have to go. I have to go to the hospital because I can't take this pain anymore. Like, it was really, really painful. That's the worst pain. That's the worst pain ever. So I went to the hospital on Sunday night, and I was saying throughout my whole pregnancy, I wish I could go into labor at night, because I don't want to go during the day. I'd rather go at night like I did with Kalani. So that's what happened. I went at 10 o'clock at night. They checked me out. When I went into there, I was crying. I couldn't do it. I was crying. And they was looking at me like, girl, why are you crying? I'm just like, this is labor and delivery. Why y'all looking at me like that? Y'all know we be in pain. Why y'all looking at me like I'm just stupid or something? So they checked me, but it's like they had no sympathy, because when I was crying, they're like, okay, come on. And like rushing me like, come on. And I'm like, I can't walk. I'm in pain. But I did walk into the room. I got dressed, put on my gown. When I came out, I was like screaming because I was in pain. What is this? I was in pain. So they were like, we're gonna give you some pain medicine. I said, okay. She was like, but when we give it to you, you're not, if you feel dizzy, you know, close your eyes. I'm like, okay. Then she was like, we're gonna give you an IV, and then we're gonna shoot you in your butt with a needle. I'm like, she was like, no, either the butt or the arm. But I'm like, which one hurts less? Because, you know, I don't get shots. And she was like, the butt. So I got it in my butt. I tell you, she told me to close my eyes if I feel dizzy. I couldn't even keep them open. I know they sell them drugs on the street because I see all them crackheads and all them people, they be drugged out. That's how I felt. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I didn't know what was going on. The pain was a little bit gone. Like, I was so out of it. I really couldn't feel the pain, but it was still there. I was done. That was good sleep. Like, that's the best sleep I had since I got pregnant. And I was amazed. I'm like, they sell that on the street. I have to get that because it was best sleep ever. But when I was in the emergency labor and delivery, and they had to take me to the delivery because I was 3 centimeters dilated when she checked me, so I was happy. So they kept me, and they were transferring me to the labor delivery room, and I didn't even see myself getting wheeled to the room. So when we got there, it was like, okay, you're gonna have to move to the other bed. And I'm like, where is it at? My eyes closed like this. I'm like, where is it at? They're like, next to you. I looked up. I said, oh, it's right there. And I was literally like this close to the bed. And I just moved my body, but I was, oh my God, those drugs right there. I might sound like a crackhead right now, but them drugs were like good. So they put me in labor delivery. So then I was so drugged out, I couldn't even hold my phone. I couldn't hold my head up. And I had to make myself call Charlie to come to the delivery room. So I called him, he came. He said that they was doing stuff to me and I was just like gone. I was asleep. They came and checked me. They did this, they did that. They was talking to me and I was talking back. I don't remember any of this. That's how good those drugs were. For real. But when the drugs wore off, I was still sleepy. So when the drugs wore off, I was still sleepy, but the pain was coming. The contractions were getting worse and worse. My water never broke when I was in pain. So I thought that when you're in labor, they break your water when you get a certain centimeter. So I was 3 centimeters. And then in the middle of the night, they came and checked me and I was 4. So they gave me some medicine to speed up my delivery process and make me dilate more. And that's what he did. He gave me medicine to dilate more because they said that I wasn't dilating fast enough. You okay? I wasn't dilating fast enough, so they gave me medicine to dilate. You okay? So, who's smoking a cigarette? So, oh my God, I can't. Okay, so I went back to sleep after they gave me that medicine. And you know, it's that medicine that where you can't drink or eat anything. So I was asking for ice cubes. They was like, no, we really can't give it to you because we don't want you to throw up. I'm like, last time they gave me ice chips. So I kept asking for ice chips. She never brought them, and then she finally brought them, and I was eating them, but then it's like not satisfying me. So I was just like, whatever. So all right, they about to piss me off because who's smoking a cigarette? I know we out in the public, but like, don't do that over here next to me. So I went back to sleep, and I want to say like 7 in the morning. I was 8 centimeters. That's what I want to say, but I remember I was 8 centimeters. Hold on, you guys. I'm hot. Hold on. Let me feed her. She gets excited. She started smiling. I want to say 7 in the morning. I was 8 centimeters because it went so fast because I was drugged out most of the time. But I remember I was 8 centimeters, and mind you, my water never broke. Never broke. And with Kalani, it broke, but it broke like driplets were coming out. So it never broke, and I thought they were going to break it after a certain amount of centimeters, and if it didn't broke, they were going to break it. So I was 8 centimeters, they didn't do anything. Then I want to say around 11 o'clock, they noticed that I was 10 centimeters. So I'm like, oh good, but my water never broke. So I'm thinking, okay, now they're about to break it, because you can't be 10 centimeters and give birth without your water breaking. But they never broke it. So I fell back to sleep, and my epidural was going out. It was going out. So they gave you like this little button to press, and you can get yourself like a dosage of epidural every 30 minutes, but it's only a certain amount, so it's not that strong. So I was pressing it, but you can only press it once every 30 minutes. And I'm like, I was asking the nurse, like, is this working? Because it's not working for me. And she was like, yeah, but you can only press it once for every 30 minutes. And I'm like, y'all can't give me some more? She was like, no, I guess because you need your legs to give birth. But that happened, and then I want to say around 11:30 she came in the hospital room, and she had this little vibration thing on her hand, and she was like, I'm gonna put this on your stomach to do something. And like, as soon as she put it on my stomach, it was vibrating. My water broke. When I say it broke, it busted on the bed. And it was like the movies, like when they say it's not gonna gush out of you, it gushed out of me like a water balloon. I know it's a water balloon, but like you got popped with a water balloon, you seen the covers go in the air, and I was like, oh, my water broke. So she was trying to hurry up and clean me up, but it was just like, I didn't know it really does that. And after that water broke, I had to push. Mind you, the whole night I had to push, but I wasn't telling them that I had to push, because all they're gonna say is, oh, you don't push. But it's like, I can't not push. It's a feeling I have to push. So I was trying to make myself not push all night, but I had to push. So going back to the morning time after my water broke, I told them, I said, where's the doctor? I can't not push. I have to push. They were like, don't push it, we're gonna go get the doctor. I'm like, I can't not push. I have to push. So go get the doctor. I'm like, where is the doctor? I'm holding on to the bed like I'm having an exorcism, like the devil trying to get out my body. I'm lifting up. I have to push. So he comes in, I want to say around 11:43. He comes in, he getting together, stuff like that, and I'm pushing. He's opening me up. I give birth to her in 20 seconds. Literally 20 seconds. I pushed for 20 seconds and boop, she popped out. And as soon as she popped out, like I didn't cry with Kalani. I think because it was too many people in the room, or I don't know, but I still felt the same love with Kalani like I do Kennedy. I was bursting in tears as soon as she came out. Oh, good job. As soon as she came out, I started bawling because I'm like, it was like a feeling of love. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, I just instantly loved her. So I started crying. She was crying. And they gave her to me. And I just couldn't believe I had another daughter. I couldn't believe I had another child. It was like unreal. I knew I was pregnant. But it's like once you physically have them in your hands, in your arms, you see them, you feel them, you smell them, it's like, I really have another child. And it was unbelievable to me. So I was just in shock. I was crying, she was crying. Everybody was like, congratulations, you did such a good job. I'm like, yes, I did. 20 seconds, that's a record right there. Put me on the Guinness World Records. 20 seconds pushing, period. So I was happy. I was like, I really delivered in 20 seconds. Like, kid you not, Charlie texted his mom and my granny was like, her water just broke. 20 seconds later, he texted them, she's here. And they were all shocked, like, dang. So, yeah. She's here. This is her. Say hi to Kennedy, Renee Romero. She's milk drunk right now. She's like her dad. They both do. But overall, I would not get pregnant again. But I love both of my daughters equally. I want them to know that. I don't love one more than I love the other just because I'm giving Kennedy more attention. I still love Kalani the same. I know sometimes it's hard for her because we're not paying as much attention to her as we are her sister. And sometimes she acts out to get our attention, but I still love her. And I hope one day she knows that we did the same for her when she was a baby. And I really hope that they're the best of friends because right now, they're the best of friends. When Kennedy sees her sister, she smiles. She lightens up. You can see that she gets excited and happy, especially when Kalani comes home from school or she wakes up with her in the morning and she sees her. She's just excited. And Kalani the same. She acts like she's her mother. She tells me, watch out for her head, mommy. And I kiss Kennedy. Okay, that's enough. Hey, girl, I gave birth to her, not you. But, yeah, she loves her sister. They both love each other. But that's my labor and delivery story. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I still have pregnancy brain. I have mom brain now. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.